Newly arrived in New England in 1892 in need of a job, a young woman named Abigail Rook becomes assistant to R.F. Jacobi, an investigator of the unexplained with the ability to see supernatural beings. On her first day, Abigail finds herself in the middle of a very exciting case. A serial killer is on the loose. Jacobi is certain the murderers are a work of a non-human creature, whose very existence the local authorities, all except a very handsome young detective named Charlie Kane, refuse to believe in. If you like the Screaming Staircase series by Jonathan Stroud or the Miss Peregrine series by Ransom Riggs, I think you will love Jackaby. It's sort of a Sherlock Holmes cross with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is a brand new perfect pick, and you can find it in the R's for Ritter. If you like the series, we also have Book 2, The Beastly Bones, and Book 3, Ghostly Echoes. You'll be able to find them in fiction under RIT. However, you have to read Book 1 first, or others will make no sense.
Hello there, my name is Alex, and I'm here to tell you about The House with a Clock in Its Walls by John Billers. It's about an orphan boy named Louis Barnevelt who goes to live with his uncle Jonathan, who he believes is a plain old boring type of person known as a normal person. But his uncle and his neighbor, Mrs. Zimmerman, are both witches. Or both wizards, a wizard and a witch and a wizard, I don't know. It's one of these four things. So then Louis takes lessons to be a wizard and witch and use magic. He learns at his uncle's house, of course, not at Hogwarts. This is how he discovers the original owner, Zara Izzard. It seems to be that Zarena has built a super dangerous killer clock in his house walls. Like, who does that? I really enjoyed this book because there were lots of creatures, I like magical creatures and monsters, and spells. It reminds me of the Harry Potter series, which I really liked. If you've seen the new movie or like intense scenes or moments, you will love this book. You can find The House with a Clock in Its Walls in Fiction BEL.
Here's something different from Wendy Mass, who wrote the 11th birthday series. After a girl named Tessa gets hit in the side of the head with a dodgeball in gym class, she ends up in what she thinks is heaven, but which really looks like her town shopping mall. As she walks around the mall and remembers things she bought, Tessa starts reliving her life up until the moment of the accident. She sees some things she'd rather forget and learns some things she wished she didn't. She feels like she has to find the answer to a very important question. But the problem is, she doesn't know what the question is. This book is both sad and funny, and Tessa isn't always the nicest person who makes the best choices. Heaven Looks a Lot Like a Mall is a novel in verse. If you're a fan of Booked, Love That Dog, The Crossover, Hate That Cat, or House Arrest, which are also novels in verse, then you'll definitely like Heaven Looks a Lot Like the Mall. If you want to check it out, you can find it in fiction under MAS.
Hi, I'm Kyra. I want to tell you about a book called The Testing. It's about a girl named Sia Vale. Ever since she was little, she wanted to serve her country, the United Commonwealth. Her dreams are realized when she is chosen for The Testing, a series of challenges that show the best and the brightest of the United Commonwealth, or so she believes. I loved this book because it was very suspenseful and a great choice if you love dystopian novel series like The Hunger Games or The Maze Runner. Be sure to check out The Testing. It's the first book in a 3-book series, and you can find it in fiction under CHA.
Crushing It by Joanne Levy is about a middle school love triangle. First there's Kat, spelled with a K. She wears braces, she loves manga, she's uncoordinated, and she's been good friends with Tyler since they were toddlers. Tyler is her next door neighbor and her Xbox buddy, but he's also turned into a really cute boy over the summer. Finally, there's Olivia. She's Kat's cousin and her best friend. Olivia is Kat's opposite. She's tall, she's thin, she's just made the school dance team, and she's extremely popular. When Olivia confesses that she has a crush on Tyler and that she wants to ask him to the fall dance, Kat knows there's going to be a problem. Tyler thinks that Olivia is just an airhead. Kat decides to hide her own feelings for Tyler and make it her mission to get Tyler and Olivia together. Find out what happens when it looks like your plan begins working all too well. You can find Crushing It in fiction at LEV.
Hey Harry Potter fans! If you recall, in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, there was a reference to the tales of Beedle the Bard, a wizarding classic. Now, thanks to Hermione Granger's new translation from the ancient runes, the Geddes Middle School Library has been able to obtain 4 copies for you. There's an extensive commentary by Albus Dumbledore and J.K. Rowling, and you can read the tales such as The Wizard and the Hopping Pot, The Warlock's Hairy Heart, or Babbity Rabbity and Her Crackling Stump. Be sure to put yours on hold today because I think they'll probably fly off the shelf faster than Nimbus 2000. You can find the tales of Beedle the Bard in fiction under ROW.
Eyewitness Soldier is no surprise here. All about the world of soldiers, their training, tactics, vehicles, and weapons. Be an eyewitness to the life and times of fighting men and women over the centuries. From the arms and armors of the ancient world to today's training, technology, and tactics. You can find Eyewitness Soldier in nonfiction under 355 ADA.
Hi Geddes Middle School. Today I'm here to tell you about a brand new perfect pick called The Dumbest Idea Ever by Jimmy Gownley. This book is about a boy named Jimmy who gets top grades in school, is the best on his basketball team, and is overall just perfect at everything. However, after 2 serious illnesses, his life goes downhill. His grades fall, he can no longer play sports, and becomes a nobody at school. But he has to do something. He goes to a comic book store and he gets a great idea. Why doesn't he make a comic? He tries to come up with a good idea for a comic, but it doesn't really work out. Then his friend gives him the dumbest idea ever that just might work. Jimmy Gownley grew up to be the very successful author of the Amelia Rules series. I really recommend this graphic novel because it's a wonderful book with lots of surprises and tells you how a writer followed his dream even though everyone told him it would be a failure. They were totally wrong. I recommend this book if you like the Amelia Rules or Big Nate series. You can find The Dumbest Idea Ever in the perfect picks under the letter G.
Hi, my name is Lynn, and I'm here to tell you about the book Pottymouth and Stoopid by James Patterson. It's about 2 boys named David and Michael. They are Pottymouth and Stoopid, except those are totally not. They're totally not. Those are just unfair nicknames they got in preschool, but things are about to change. I can't reveal the entire story, but here's a hint. It involves a TV show, a funeral, and an evil cheerleader, and a couple delicious McFlurries. You'll never guess how this one ends. Official notice. There's no potty mouthing or stupidity in this whole book. Although that second part might be entirely true. You can find it in fiction under PAT.
This week we're adding another 3 books to the Geronimo Stilton graphic novel series. Following the trail of Marco Polo, The Great Ice Age, and Who Stole the Mona Lisa. Geronimo Stilton books can be found in the graphic collection STI.
Here's another eyewitness book called Eyewitness Battle. Become an eyewitness to battles and warfare from the past, along with hand-to-hand combat of some of the oldest fighters. You can also discover the weapons, equipment, and tactics that were used during wars and battles. You can find Eyewitness Battle in Nonfiction 355.
If you're interested in the story of cars from the earliest horseless carriage to the modern supercar, then Eyewitness Car is the perfect book for you. is full of amazing facts, drawings, and photographs which explore the different styles and technology that have helped feed our need for speed. You'd be amazed at how tires change throughout the years, to learn how a four-stroke engine really works, and to see one of the world's oldest cars. You can find Eyewitness Car in nonfiction under 629 SUT.
Miss Collins added a terrific new series of books about hunting to the media center. It's called The Ultimate Guide to Hunting, and it includes insider tips for hunting small game, turkeys, varmints, and big game. This series is ideal for any hunters, whether you're new or experienced. You'll get valuable information on the behavior of wild animals, the use of guns and bows, and responsible practice to manage and preserve wildlife and the environment. These books can be found in Nonfiction 799 UHL.